Okay, so we've created some assets in Animate, we've imported them into After Effects, and we're going to use keyframes to animate our assets that we've imported in. Some similarities between this and Animate. So first of all, we've got our character on the top layer here, and we want to just expand the layer that he's on there. You'll see this transform setting underneath. If we expand that to, then you'll see a series of subsettings there. So the one we're interested in at the moment is position. So if I click on the timer next to position, you'll see that this blue dot or diamond shape is inserted on the timeline, and that's a keyframe. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the character across the stage. So if I move the needle towards the end of the block of frames, now once I've click to create this keyframe here, I don't need to click to create any subsequent keyframes. What I can do, once I've moved it to this position, I can then move the character. So I can drag the character, drag him off to the right here, so he's going to move from centre to right. And you'll see that this line appears. Now this is called a motion path. We can also, rather than me actually physically clicking and dragging the character, we can also click and drag on these parameters here. So you see this one on the left here is the vertical parameter, sorry, the one on the right is the vertical parameter, the one on the left is the horizontal parameter. So, you know, if you want to do it that way, that's fine, or you can physically, you know, click and drag the object. So that creates our motion path. So if I press spacebar, you'll see that we've animated him, so he's moved from centre to right. So the next thing I want to do is I can also ease the movement, okay, or what we call the interpolation, ease it to a stop. If I right click on the second keyframe here, you see keyframe assistant. If I then select easy ease, that will just ease him to a stop. So again, if I press spacebar to test, you'll see there's just a subtle difference there. Rather than sort of abruptly stopping, he eases to a stop. Okay, the final thing we can do here is we can also manipulate the motion path. Now again, like the pen tool in Animate, we can grab these handles here and we can manipulate this curve. So we've got a handle at each. I mean, these are like anchor points again in Animate, but they represent keyframes. We can manipulate these, and you'll see that our character now follows that slightly curved path rather than the straight path. Okay, so that's essentially how you use keyframes, which is the primary method of animating in After Effects.